Okay, y'all. So season 2, episode 10 of Love Island Games. This episode starts with Garby talking to Andrea about the last challenge where they had to put the chum in each other's bucket. And so Lucinda is claiming that Garby was intentionally putting this stuff in their bucket, right? And Garby is like, I just wanted to get the stuff out of my mouth. I really wasn't conscious of whose bucket I was putting it in. But now that I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I was doing that. But the fact that she would think I was doing it with ill intent. Now, a part of me, I really don't give a damn if Garby did it intentionally or not. And also, I'm like, isn't this a game? And is Garby supposed to not target Lucinda because that's Kendall's friend? Because it's not my friend. That's personally how I feel about it. However, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Garby was doing it intentionally? I don't think there was enough character development for me to know Garby if I haven't watched her on a prior season. I don't know of her. I don't know. And they haven't shown enough of her on Love Island Games for me to make that decision. So with that, whatever. I really don't care. I'm going to say she do what she had to do to get it out of her mouth. And if she wanted to put it in Lucinda's bucket, so damn be it. So Johnny sits down with Tariq. And they are having a conversation about their current status in the house. And this reminds me of the Creep Squad, you know, from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where there was Peter Guns and there was Rich Dollars and then that other loser, whatever. But they reminded me of them. But this is one thing that I did say in my previous video, the very first one that I did on season 2 of Love Island. I said that Johnny was going to be very tired of Andreina. And the reason that I said that is because I'm actually exhausted of Andreina and I'm not even coupled with her, right? I feel like Johnny came in at a very vulnerable time for her. And she was like, he's my knight in shining armor. And she said that a few times on here. And I think Johnny has been trying since he entered the villa to get Andreina's head in the game. And it's either a person got it or they don't. If she didn't come in here with that dog in her to like be good at these challenges and win and want this money, there's nothing that he can say to make her want to do that. So as he sits down, Johnny sits down with Tariq. He's like, listen, man, she keeps saying, you know, like I saved her and I'm her knight in shining armor. But what about me? I need more than that. She feels so cocky because of how good she looked, that she thinks that nobody can come in this villa and take me or change my mind. And he was like, honestly, I'm tired. And that's one thing that I said. He's going to get bored of trying to carry the team, lift Andreina up, encourage her, and stay encouraged himself. Sometimes we can't take on everybody else's baggage while we carrying our own. There has to be a balance. And for me, there's just no balance with Andreina. So I kind of understand Johnny. Is it me? Or is Andreina kind of on the spectrum a little bit? She's a little on the spectrum. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to get canceled and I ain't got but 2 followers. So I ain't trying to get canceled. So as all the islanders sit and canoodle, the guys get a text and they announce who the winners was of the little birdie, nasty ass birdie challenge. And so the winners of this challenge was Toby and Sydney. And so I wasn't expecting them to win, but neither here nor there. Here we are. This is where we are. So Toby and Sydney win the challenge. They are the power couple at this point. Also in this episode, y'all, obviously we know that Justine left Tariq on the bench by himself last episode. And so this episode, you can see that it's carried into it that he's still bitter about it. And he's saying at the first chance that he gets, he's going to make Justine feel exactly what he felt. So I feel like looking at his little dirty short nub nails, looking at his big jerboa pants fitting wearing ass, I'm just like, why is he on this show? Johnny talking to Tariq, but Tariq doesn't appear to be strong. He hasn't been in a position where he needs to prove himself. He's a flip-flopper. He go from girl to girl saying he like it all and I'm tripping out. I feel a certain way because she talking to somebody else. What is he here for? He keeps saying he here for the money, but we ain't seen no dog in him. I'm just a little bit like, he is emotionally unstable, and somebody like that is not needed here. Like, him and Huda would have been a whole big piece of ass. Like, them together, the turbulence that it would have been, because they are both emotionally unstable. I don't know why he's here. He say it's the money, but his actions is giving, I want to be with somebody so bad. I just don't understand. Also, let's not forget that when Sydney and Toby were announced the power couple, they were the winners of that challenge. Second place was Andreina and Johnny. And so they are safe as well, right? And I just wanted to just get that out there. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well, because the end was the hoochamaga, honey. And if you know what the hoochamaga is, it's like the mic drop. So we're going to get on it. But anyway, in this next scene, Kendall sits down with Garby. And Kendall really annoys my ass. Like, he make my ass not clap properly like it's supposed to clap. He make it itch. And you know, an ass ain't got no business doing no itching. But Kendall sits her down and was like, yeah, one thing that's very important to me is my friends. And as we know, like, Lucinda's like one of my best friends in here. And she intentionally feels like you spit in her bucket. Like, I just don't know. Like, would you have done that intentionally? Maybe because you're jealous of her friendship? Like, would you have done it? Bitch, Kendall, please. I feel like this was just an excuse for Kendall to try to get off the pot. He don't want to shit, so he needs to just get off the pot. He just trying to find any old thing. And what really annoyed me about this whole thing is that he was asking Lucinda, do you think that this is right? And you're going to allow her to tell you about somebody that you're dating that this may not be it for you? Hold on. Is him and Lucinda friends in real life or villa life? That's what I need to understand. Because I don't like people who allow their friendship to hold so much weight on their current situation. Because you and her can go fuck off, if you ask me. So I didn't like that. And Garby pulled a me, because I would have did exactly what she did when he was talking to me about this bullshit. When I tell you that was not my intention, take it. That's my final answer, and I ain't changing it. Just like Nene told Candy, I ain't changing it, Candy. So go on with it. Believe what I say. So in her fashion, she got up and left, just like I would have. I'm not finna sit here and argue with you about what I did for myself. If I want to spit in her damn bucket, I'm gonna spit in her damn bucket, and that's what I did. So that was annoying to me. I already told y'all what I think about Kendall. Kendall just needs to go live in his truth, and this is not his truth. So Tariq sits down with Justine, and he tells her, or tries to convince her, that her leaving him on the bench alone is just water on the bridge, and he wants to move forward, and he really likes her. But in the back of his mind, he's already told us that the moment he gets the opportunity, he's going to do Justine the exact way that she did him. So now I'm going to butter up, try to gain her trust, and to try to do her over, just like she did me. What kind of emotional child is this? The fact that he would try to get her back for playing the game, but he is making a conscious effort to get her back, it's just wild to me. So at one point in their conversation, Justine was like, you just did a 360 and it's kind of scary. You ain't trying to play me, are you? He's like, no, that's water under the bridge. I just want us to get back on one accord. You know, I want to be with you and I like you. And so she is slowly letting her guard down. And I'm like, Justine, please don't fall for this. Please don't fall for this. Please don't fall for this. And Tariq with his booty fingers. You know them little fingers with the little nails that you just bite all the way down and they still find some room to get some dirt under them motherfuckers. That's what he got. I just don't like him. I just don't like him, y'all. It's just giving me 1992. Like how he dresses, just so old school rap. He looked like he should have been in goddamn I Like the Way You Do That Right There Chingy video. Like, yo, you just trash. I'm just like, Justine, please don't fall for it. And Justine just falling for it. Y'all talking about he putting in the work. I don't know how many mad hours this fool putting in, but it's just, I wouldn't have fell for it. All I would see them booty fingers and I would have got on down. Po Justine. Garby pulls Lucinda for a chat.
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
Let's move on, because I don't feel like she owed her anything. But you know, maybe because it's one of these situations where if my man cares and he's passionate about this, then just to make him happy, I'm gonna do it. But I don't even feel like Kendall was owed that. They only known each other for what, 72 hours? I wouldn't have gave him that, and I wouldn't give a damn about Lucinda being my friend either. But I do understand the nature of the game, and the nature of this beast is that you need to have more allies than enemies. And so maybe Garby thought this was a good move for her, but honestly, I just don't care. Andreina sits down with Nicola, and she asks Nicola how she feels about her being coupled up with Marvin. And Nicola's like, you know, it's cool. I do realize that you don't need to be in a couple to, you know, you don't have to be romantic in these couples. You know, I understand that the premise of the game is not around that specifically. This is Love Island Games. And so she's talking to Andreina about that. And y'all know what? With Nicola, I wouldn't even be mad at her if she won this whole thing. I think sometimes the underdog, people are happy to see that underdog story, like the person that nobody wanted, like that last slice of pizza that nobody ate. I feel like Nicola is like that, but her innocence is what makes her so likable. And I'm not sure if the bitch is innocent or just playing us all, but she got me. If she is playing, she could have whacked my ass. But she's sitting down and saying that. And who the hell gave Andreina this big ass, stupid ass hickey on her neck? It looked like a damn blister. And you know when you get burned by the damn iron? It looked like that. Who the fuck gave her that on her neck? It looks dumb. I'll be covering it up with some foundation. But Nicola was like, you know, I realize why I'm here. Like, I love being here. It's fun. She was like, I don't even... But one thing I didn't like, she was like, I don't even know what I would do with that money. I wouldn't even know. Where do they find these people at? I'm like, do y'all not know y'all coming on Love Island Games? Do you not know what's at stake? And so my thing with Nicola, why I wouldn't mind her winning and taking it all and laughing in all these fools' faces. What's your motivation for being here? You saying you love being here, but why? Do you want to find love? I guess you want to find love, but do you even want to win the money? You don't even got a plan on what you're going to do with it. Now, the reason why I wouldn't want you to win it is because you don't damn got a goddamn plan. I could use this shit and I'm going to go get me a chin job, give me a boob job, go buy me a new car, pay on my mama house. You ain't even got no damn plan. No, ma'am. She can get the fuck on up out of here too, actually. I changed my mind. Johnny pulls Andreina for a chat by the pool. And he tells her, hey, you know, I really like what we got going on. Obviously, we have a supercharged attraction to one another. And I feel like there's a chemistry. There's definitely something there. However, I do feel like you're a bit guarded. I find myself having to lead all the conversations, which can be draining. Like, all of our conversations are pretty surface level. And I just feel like I could get so much more, but I can't do everything. It's basically what he's saying. While he didn't say, you know, you trash in these challenges, I ain't getting shit from you that I really need that's gonna benefit me. Yeah, you look good. We sexually attracted to each other. Yeah, all those things may be true, but you ain't giving me shit. I felt like he opened this door of saying just that surface level shit to make her understand that, hey, he's unhappy about something and I need to fix it. But he didn't give any specifics about what he needed from her in these games. True enough, he has been saying things on the sidelines to her, like in their side conversations on previous episodes, like, you know, I need you to be okay with taking some of these girls out. And she's like, no. And he would be telling her, like, you got to be ready. Like, you got to get confident. You got these. And she's like, you know, just thinking about love and not the game. And I think the only thing missing from this conversation was him leading that conversation in the right direction and stop deflecting. Like, you deflecting and projecting onto the things that are really not that important to you, Johnny. You don't give a damn if y'all talk deeper or not. You want her to get her head in the game. And that's what you should have said. And so that's the only thing I didn't like about that conversation. But I was glad he kind of had some sense of honesty with her, like some type of conversation. But I didn't think Andreina thought it was going to be that important, the thing that he mentioned, right? Because he wasn't 100% transparent. Is it just me, or do y'all want Garby and Kendall to just break whatever this little thing is they got going on up? I don't want this to work out. I don't think it should work out. I would like to see more of Garby. I think when you get with somebody, you lose getting to know the people individually, because I feel like they may have coupled up because of comfort too soon. I don't think this is a good match at all. But anyway, they finally sit down after having a little falling out where Garby walked away. And, he's like, I just don't like the fact, of course, we had our first tiff. And, of course, I just don't like someone that walks away. And, I'm going to be looking at stuff like this because I think that's very important. And she looking at him like, what you mean? Like, you looking at stuff like this, like I'm under consideration to be your bitch. No, bitch, you are under consideration to be my bitch, okay? So that's the kind of energy Garby was giving me about it. And she was like, but I do want somebody that when they notice that I'm agitated, stop probing. And I think that's the thing that a lot of us have problems with in relationships, is learning your partner's language and things that make them uncomfortable. And some people are not the type of people that when we argue and I want to talk to you right now. When I'm upset about something, I don't want to talk to your ass for 10 more days, okay? Leave me the fuck alone, okay? And I think that when I'm telling you, giving you an answer to your question, take that answer. Don't keep asking me the same damn shit over and over, expecting a different result or a different answer. It don't work like this, son. This is my answer, and it's gonna be my answer. It's my final answer, and I'm locking in. And so they really didn't reach a resolve in this whole conversation. Kendall was just kind of like, okay, well, I'm glad we talked. That's a problem in itself. So I just feel like this ain't gonna work out and they should move on. And hopefully Kendall take his ass on home, because I'm kind of tired of him. I really am. I don't know why. I'm just tired of him. So that's how that conversation ended. I don't think a resolution was reached. What do y'all think about that, actually? Y'all like Kendall and Garby together? I don't know. It changed from day to day on this show, so we'll just see. So Ariana bring her old cute ass out again, y'all, because the Islanders were surprised by these 2 huge gift boxes that just arrived. We know how the last episode ended when they had gift boxes. It ain't never good when they bringing you a gift on Love Island Games. So Ariana comes out with her cute ass again, and she says, we do have 2 new bombshells. We brought these in gift boxes, but there's a catch. We have the power couple, which is Toby and Sydney, and then we have another couple who was safe that came in second, Andreina and Johnny. So she says everyone here has the opportunity to stay coupled up with who they're coupled up with, or they'll get these ballots that says open the gift or send the gift back. And so if you stand by the box because you want to open the gift, that person in the box has to pick you, and then you will be saved. So this was a whole spinaroo, right? So the only person that stood up from the women was Nicola. She went and stood by the box she wanted to open, and she, told the person that she was linked up with, I'm sorry, but, this is a game. And they did tell me, people have been encouraging me to just be patient, and that something else may come and a box arrives. So I'm going to stand here. So Nicola said, fuck you, boy. I'm finna go stand over here. Maybe this the man of my dreams who going to like me and pursue me. So she did that. But y'all, why did Tariq stand up? Nicola's dude, he stood up. And Johnny stood up, y'all. And the way they went to Andreina's confessional, she was like, I don't care if Prince Charming was in that box. I wouldn't pick him. Johnny's like my Superman. Girl, that's when I was like, okay, Andreina got to be on the spectrum. She a little on the spectrum because, baby, I don't know why you thought just because you had a small waistline and a big old ass, Johnny wasn't going to go. Did you see how many times Johnny left on the last season? Did you see how many times he left each bitch on the last season? What made you think you was important? What made you think you was special? And you bring nothing to the table. Not even the legs of that bitch. You don't bring nothing in this challenge. Now, I could have gave y'all a play-by-play of he picked they person and they picked they person and this who she didn't pick this person. I don't want to do that. I want y'all to watch the episode for your damn selves. I just want to hit you with the hot spots. This is what I really hated about this. they showed Justine, which she still wasn't sure about Tariq. But this was the hoochamaga for me. Is that she was like, I'm going to just take a chance on this person. I've enjoyed being coupled up. He said we was off to a fresh start. She soaked in all of these fucking lies that he told her. And she picked him just for him to turn around. And you can tell this how a fool got so much bitch assness in him. He was twiddling them little booty fingers. He didn't know what to do. He was so embarrassed that for the choice that he was making. You could just tell. And I was just like, y'all, don't let this go in his favor. I knew whoever was in that box was going to pick Johnny just based on the stock that they had to choose from. So I knew that. I was just hoping whoever, there was going to be a twist, like whoever else that person didn't pick could just go home. I was really hoping that. But unfortunately, the tide rolled in Tariq's favor in this episode, and it pissed me off. So much so, it pissed me off that even when the girl in the box picks Johnny, somebody else, the power couple, which was Sydney and Toby, saved Tariq. They got to pick one guy and one girl to save, and they saved Tariq. Who else did they save? I forgot who they saved. They saved Lucinda. And y'all, I was gonna vote about like who you want to leave. And the people that I was going to vote for to leave got saved at the last minute. I just didn't like this episode at all for that reason, y'all. Can we please make a pact right here, right now, to get Tariq with his booty fingers, big shorts wearing, big tennis shoe wearing ass up out of there? I'm so tired of his Alvin and the Chipmunk looking ass. I want him out so bad. I ain't even mad at Johnny. I feel like he was honest with himself. He tried to be honest with Andreina the best he could. And he doing the best thing for himself in this game. Tariq don't know what game he playing. He just don't know. We don't even know what he capable of. He ain't even no threat. We don't know if he's a good competitor. We just don't know. We just know he got booty fingers and big jabot jeans. Like, we don't know what the fuck going on with him. So, y'all, I was really disappointed that Tariq had a plan, mapped that shit out, and it was successful. I ain't like that shit at all. So, can we please, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, get our asses and our brains together in our votes and take that shit to the ballot. Not like y'all did with Trump, but we gonna want to take it to the ballots of Love Island streets, and we gonna get him the fuck on up out of there the first opportunity we get. That's all I gotta say about this episode. We'll see episode 11 tonight, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.